Hi sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're all here for my 2022 Christmas home tour. As you can see, this video is dedicated to my mama in heaven. I love her so much and I know my whole family misses her so much, and I really wanted to dedicate this video to her because I know she would be so proud of me and my channel. She was always so proud of everything I did. And because she is such an important person in my life, I wanted you to all see her. So I know she would be so happy. I'm sharing my porch right now. I love how it turned out. I think it looks even more beautiful in the evening with all the lights on. And I'm so grateful to my husband who put up all of our lights in our home this year. And I really think the porch just looks so magical leading into the house. I'm so happy you're all here today for my home tour. I'm going to leave each of my videos where I decorated every space individually in my description box in case you did miss any of them. And there's sweet little Holstein. He'd be the first one you see when I open the door, and I think he's just the sweetest. He really is the love of our lives and he brings us so much happiness. And then the first thing you really do see when you step into the space is our beautiful console table. This was my mom's, so it's really special to me. And I've kept it really simple on top of the console table, but I think it looks really warm and cozy and really sets the tone for the whole house. I think my favorite piece on the console table is the Sleep in Heavenly Peace sign. I love the simplicity of it. That was a purchase from Walmart this year. I think it was around $9.97. And then I really love how the mirror turned out. It looks so simplistic but elegant in my opinion. I just swagged some garland above it, added a big red bow, and then took some fishing line and hung these really pretty snowflakes from the mirror. If you're looking for a really inexpensive idea to use on one of your mirrors, I would say this is a great one. You just need the fishing line and then just some snowflakes, and I know Dollarama does sell them also. On my little coat hanger here, I have this basket. I filled it with some simple greenery and then some gold stems just to tie in the gold and green theme that I'm really using. And then on this little bench, I love how it turned out with the Santa picture, the wreath, and then on our bench I kept it really warm and cozy with some pillows, a fur throw, and then I love this little basket I have with some slippers for guests when they come over. This is our little powder room bath. I did get that sign from Michael's. I think it was in the spring. I love it so much. I added a wreath, and then the wreath hanger says Merry Christmas. I love to hang wreaths in my home. And then moving over to this little area, I have this beautiful Let It Snow sign, and I wanted to keep it quite simple here. I added a lot of things that I already had on hand. I think my favorite piece on here is this little vintage ornament with the rocking horse on it. And I also really like the ambiance that candle gives off. This adorable little house was a purchase from Michael's last year, but I did see it again this year. I took one of my little tea light candles and added it to the inside, and I feel like it gives off such a warm glow and really makes the space feel cozy when guests walk in the front door. And I really love how this bottom shelf turned out. I used these two pretty birds, and I think using birds in the winter just adds that natural element to the space. And as you can see, everything is really cohesive. I'm loving the reds, the golds, and lots of ambiance from all the lights. Moving into the main area of our house, everything is very open concept. This lamp post was actually a gift from my dad and his wife. I think it's gorgeous. It was from Costco. It is meant for outside, but I just think it's too beautiful to keep outside in our harsh winters. And I think this area turned out so pretty. The calm and bright sign was from HomeSense this year, I believe, and a lot of the other decor I already had on hand. And I think one of my biggest things that I always love to have is candles going. I feel like it adds so much, especially in the evenings in the winter when it gets dark so early. I always turn off my main lights and I just have the cozy glow from all my twinkle lights and candles, and it really does make it feel special and Christmassy. Moving into our main living area, like I said, it is all open concept. So the kitchen, dining room, and living room are all one big room, which I really do love. This tree was one of my favorite things this year. I feel like it's so full and big. I think it's almost 7 feet tall, actually, maybe 6.5. And I really wanted to keep it super simplistic on this tree. So what I did was add a lot of these beaded garlands. They were from Walmart. I think a pack was $2.97. And I love the vintage feel that it brings to the space. Right beside the tree, I have this gorgeous IKEA stand. I love adding decor in here for each season. I have this joy sign, which I really love, as well as these really cozy flickering flameless candles. Moving over to the mantle, I really wanted that to be the focal point in this room, so I tended to focus a lot of my decor and do my ribbon work on this piece. I love the banner as well as the stockings. I think it looks so perfect and really gives that vintage old-time feel that I was going for. Something about burlap and red as well as the green Christmas trees really make me feel nostalgic. And I love these really pretty lanterns from Michael's. I added some red trees from Walmart as well as a flameless flickering candle. Decorating my mantle is definitely one of my favorite areas in the home. I feel like this really adds so much warmth to the space, and I'm so grateful that we do have this fireplace to be able to sit in front of on those cozy winter nights, and it definitely does give off a lot of warmth, which is so nice. And moving over to my bookshelves, I definitely did keep it more simple on these because I really wanted the focus to be on the mantle, like I said. So I did find this really cute Santa at Michael's. I think I bought him last year and it was 70% off. And this big sleigh was actually from a thrift store. I think it was only $2.99. And then moving on to the next shelf, I did buy these boxes from Walmart. I think they were $9.97, but I love using boxes in my Christmas decor to really fill in space. And I do feel like they add that really rustic, cozy Christmas touch. Moving over to our other bookshelf, I did keep it very similar to the other one with the reds and greens and wood tones. One of my favorite finds this year was this bell from HomeSense. It looks really worn and old. It was made to look that way, but I just love it. That wooden snowflake was from Michael's last year, and I can actually use that in the winter season, not just for Christmas, which I love. And then this snow globe is one of my all-time favorite pieces. I got this many years ago, and again, I think it looks so beautiful and magical with the snow falling, and there's something about birds that I just find so beautiful. I basically mimicked the same shelf on the other side as this side, and I did buy these flameless flickering long candles from Amazon, and I love how they look. They almost flicker and look really realistic, especially from afar. So that's one of my favorite Amazon finds, and then I added some pine cones just to the bottom shelf. This little corner can be tricky to decorate. I just have an ottoman in it and I placed some really cozy pillows. That vintage looking Santa pillow was from Michael's many years ago, but I did see one similar this year. And then on my little farmhouse stool, I kept it again really simple with a tree and some candles. And there's little Holstein sitting on the couch. I thought he was so precious. He just had supper, so his tummy was full and he was just enjoying the cozy warmth of this room. And on this tray, I always have a little tray sitting on this big ottoman here. I have a candle, a sparkly tree, and then I just wrap some wooden beads around this tray to give it more of a rustic feel. So there's my sleepy little boy. That's how he spends most of his evenings, and he just got this cute little bandana, this Christmas one. We went to a little store close to us and I thought it was too adorable, so I had that on his collar and he was just fighting off sleep, but I knew he was just so cozy and comfy on this pillow. Let me know in the comments which area of this room is your favorite. I would love to hear from you all. So moving over to our kitchen, I'm going to give you an overview how this space looks and ties in with the dining room and the living room. I'm so glad that I did decide to go with those traditional colors this year because it really does feel like Christmases from when I was younger. And this closed with the Christmas balls was such an easy way to bring in some color. I then took a wreath and added it to the bottom. And this really cute mini poinsettia that was sparkled with gold sparkle spray was from my sister because my mom every year did buy us a poinsettia. So that's super special to me. I'm so glad that I decided to add these little mini wreaths to the back of my bar stools. I think they look absolutely adorable. On my island here for my settings, I used some plates that I actually got from Zehrs, I think last year. And then these placemats are from Dollar Tree and they were only $1.50. I think they're so beautiful and really fit the theme of the room. As you can see on the cabinets, I did hang some wreaths and then I also hung a wooden garland just at the top there, and I think it adds that really pretty rustic vintage touch that I was going for. In this little corner here, I added this holiday cookie cookbook. I thought it was adorable for this holidays, and then I also took some cinnamon sticks and wrapped that in a ribbon. Moving over to the stove, I love having a kettle on the stove in the winter and at Christmas. I feel like it's so cozy and festive. And it's also easy to have your decor on a little tray. That way when you're cooking, it's easy to just move it right off the stove. My little coffee station is also another one of my favorite areas. I think it's so nice coming down in the morning and having the lights going. I added some hot chocolate and apple cider packets right beside the coffee maker. And then I also have some of my favorite Christmas mugs displayed on this mug holder. I really feel like the kitchen is the heart of the home. It's where we spend a lot of our time. So I really did try to make it feel really cozy and Christmassy in this space. This bakery sign is just perfect for a kitchen. And then of course you need some candy canes and some peppermint bark. So I did set up that little sweet treat stand. And then I didn't show this little tray in my kitchen decorate with me, but I did get this from Walmart and a lot of the decor in here from Walmart. And I love having this little 3-tier tray here. I think it adds a lot and it really looks like Christmas to me. Let me know in the comments what you guys are doing for Christmas. I have heard from some of you that you're hosting and some of you may be going away for Christmas, but I can't believe it's 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks now actually. I just can't believe it. I feel like November flew by and now December is as well. So I'm super excited. I'm trying to plan out the menu. We are having my in-laws over, so trying to figure out what we're gonna make. I think I'm gonna go traditional with a turkey and a ham, and then mashed potatoes, stuffing. So I'm super excited for that. But let me know what you guys are doing if you haven't already. And then I just have this sofa table. Again, I kept it really simple. And moving into the dining room, I think this is one of my favorite spaces in the home. I love it. To me, it looks so beautiful. And I love how these hanging ornaments look. I feel like it really makes the room. If you did miss a video on how I hung these, I did just take fishing line and I strung the fishing line on the chandelier, and it almost makes the ornaments look like they're floating, and I really feel like it gives that charming look to the dining room. The table setting is also very simplistic and something that anyone can do. I added a dough bowl and then I filled it with some greenery, some Christmas balls, and then I did add these vintage looking ribbons. And I think the LED candles that are flickering really add a lot to the space, as well as my beautiful plates that I did get from Dollar Tree. I would love it if you would take the time to give this video a like. And then I did want to say I'm going to include some really cute pictures of Holstein at the end when he was a baby. I thought it would be really fun to do that and show you how sweet he was when he was little, because my sister owns his mom and dad, so he's been in my life since he was born. I met him a few days after he was born. So I thought it would be really special to show you some cute little pictures of when he was just a puppy. So stay tuned all the way till the end of the video for those. Moving over to my banister here, I did want to add some garland to it just to brighten up the space a little bit. So I took one of my garlands from Michael's, added a red bow, and then I love how my landing turned out. I'm so glad I decided to add a little bit of Christmas decor here because you can see the space from downstairs as well as when you're up in the loft. So I think it really ties in the whole house together. And I did keep it simple, but I feel like it does make a statement and really does say Christmas. Moving up into my loft, this is where we spend the majority of our evenings watching movies and playing board games. I love this cozy space, and I know Holstein does as well. He loves to lounge here in the evenings. So like I said, stay tuned for Holstein's pictures, but until the next video, friends, I am so grateful for each and every one of you, and I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And I do plan on posting another video this week, so stay tuned. God bless.